Hi, welcome to AFTV. This one, I hate repeating this. 2-0 here at St James's Park. It was the most painful to watch today. It really was. It never even seemed like the boys, got into second gear at all today.
No. I had the misfortune of sitting with Ty on the coach on the way up, telling me how great the players were, how great this was, how great that was, how great the club was, how great this was, how done really well, every player's world class.
But did it not feel like that before maybe the North London Dub? Did you not feel that though, the sense of the players are coming together?
No, I didn't really feel that before the North London Derby, because we've not been winning these games and clearing teams apart and knocking them aside. Now Mikel Arteta signed the contract. For me, that was far too soon. You wait to the end of the season, it's a month away. And to be honest, nobody's going to come chasing Mikel Arteta. So it's not like we're stopping him from going to Barcelona or to Real Madrid or to Bayern Munich. Nobody's going to come. And this season, he's made some big decisions, and rightly so. The club have backed him. You've got with the Guendouzi, which is one. You've got with Aubameyang, and you're playing Nketiah up the top. Now I know Aubameyang wasn't scoring the goals, but he's got a bit of leeway because of what he's done in his career. So you're messing about with Saliba. For me, you spent 50 million on Ben White. Decent enough player, Ben White, but that wasn't needed to spend, because you bring in Saliba in that position, then you've got £50 million to spend somewhere else. Now Ramsdale's not been at fault. Ramsdale's not been at fault really this season, but I didn't hear the big clangor that Leno must go. I didn't hear it from most of the fans saying Leno must go, get Leno out. I never heard that. Now Ramsdale may have been better than him, but I've never heard that from anyone saying Leno must go. That's another 20.
Yeah, we're going to need a backup keeper this season.
Though. No, but you're going to need a backup keeper. But usually a backup keeper is someone like Matt Ryan, somebody like Scott Carson, or just somebody who sits on the bench, a bit like Danny Ward, who's at Leicester, played his first game in 4 years. You don't pick a number one on the bench. So that was 20 million, which I think was avoidable. So that's 70 million that was avoidable. I think we didn't need to spend. And also, then you've got Torreira. Torreira may didn't want to stay, but you're messing about with Nketiah up front. Nketiah's a nice lad, but he couldn't cut it at Leeds and League One. In the Championship, they had to ditch him. Now, I don't believe Nketiah is good enough for this club. Now,
who's left?
Well, you have. Now, Nketiah was never good enough for this club, so you're giving Nketiah the chance. Balogun could have had that chance, but Balogun got one game against Brentford, a team that's been promoted, first time in their stadium in the Premier League. First time in their stadium, and I think it was unfair to dismiss him. My formula is put Martinelli up top, and then you bring Pepe in. I think Pepe's been underused this year. And now
Pepe, did you see when he came on today?
Yeah, but when you're throwing man on for 20 minutes, 15 minutes here and there, it's hard to get in the game. You're throwing man 10 minutes here, 10 minutes there. In my view, there's only one man who can make something out of nothing. Give that ball to him. You can beat a man, beat two men. If you give him a run of games, now he's not done much this season because he's been away with the Africa Cup of Nations. Now a couple of years ago, we was all raving about Saka. Brilliant player, still a brilliant player. Pepe nearly scored 3 times the goals as him that year. So Pepe scored nearly 3 times the goal that Saka did, and he probably played 10 or 15 games less, and some of those were coming on sub. Now,
so if you were manager, would you put Pepe in over Saka?
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. I'll have Martinelli up top. I'll have Pepe, Saka, and Smith Rowe. That is my front three. That is my front three, and we was unlucky because we lost our best player tonight, Tomiyasu, best player. Who kept Sam Maximin sort of quiet, and then when he goes off, you bring Cedric Suarez on. Now I'll finish up by saying this manager, he came into this game like you're needing a point. Like you're needing a point. There was no point attacking. At every corner, you have 11 men back. Now that's not the way it works. No, because if you put one man up front, they've got to put 2 men. Usually I would like 2 up front on a corner. Then they've got to put 3 men. They've got to put 3 men back. He's always going on the negative side that we must not concede. Tonight was a must-win game, and he's going on like, if we get a draw, it's good enough for us. Now, I'll finish up by saying, I didn't want Arteta in the first place. If he doesn't get top 4, which is highly unlikely, I think it's time for the man to go and get an experienced man in.
Shop for AFTV merch at shop.aftv.co.uk. Subscribe to us on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat and Twitch. We've got content for every platform, so check it out.